Welcome to She's All In, the podcast for ambitious women ready to elevate their lives. Brought to you by the She Wins community. This show dives into all things self-development, women's empowerment, wealth building, and manifesting success. Join us for engaging conversations with inspiring guests, real talk on unlocking your limitless potential, embracing your purpose, and creating the life you deserve. Whether you're a CEO, a mom, a dreamer, or simply on your journey to greatness, She's All In is your space to grow, connect, and thrive. Let's step into our power, ladies, and win together, one episode at a time. Hey y'all, welcome back to She's All In podcast. Here's where we ignite inspiration in women. So we are still going strong in our Bloom series. I'm your host for today, Lakisha Greene, and I'm here with my girl Mel.
Hey y'all, hey.
So today we are diving into a conversation we are familiar with. Many of us actually should be familiar with this topic and conversation. Forgetting who we are until life forces to remind us to remember. I feel like that is such a powerful topic.
Yes,
today's gonna be such a powerful conversation.
It is. I'm looking forward because we do forget who we are.
Absolutely.
And whose we are sometimes too. Because we be trying to do things in our own power and strength.
Absolutely.
So we be forgetting.
No, that's true. That is so true. So today, I feel like the conversation that we're going to have, so many women can relate to this.
Yeah.
I feel like throughout life, sometimes when life be lifing, everything may not go as we planned.
Yeah.
We kind of lose sight of things.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We try to lose sight of things, and we have to stop, pause, and regroup.
Yeah.
And just kind of remind ourselves of who she is.
We have to.
We got to remind ourselves of who she is.
And we also have to remind ourselves that we don't need a label to be powerful.
Absolutely. We don't.
We are powerful and a force to be reckoned with just all by ourselves.
Yes.
But like you said, life get to life in and we get to carrying on all these different identities and we forget.
Yes.
But today we're going to remember.
We have to remember. And then too, we have to discover who we really are beyond survival.
Yes. Beyond survival.
So what do you feel about that?
So I'm going to give a personal example.
Okay.
Where I forgot who I was. And I had to return back to my power. Because, sometimes the way you grow up, we carry on, all of us, we carry on different identities.
Yeah.
And take on different things throughout our childhood, teenage years, as we get into adulthood, depending on what happened. And so I know, like, the way I grew up, we struggled a lot with money.
Okay.
A whole lot. We were always struggling, robbing Peter to pay Paul. So when I got to the point as a woman, when I finally did get me $1 or two, okay, and I found out that a lot of my worth and identity was tied into having money, because having money meant that I was somebody.
Yeah.
Having money meant that I was worthy, that I was enough, that I was valuable.
Yeah.
Having money, my identity was tied to that. So then when I lost the money, because I lost my income, I felt low. I lost my self-worth. I forgot who I was. Right. I was in survival mode. Because for so long, I had an identity tied to something, when God is saying the whole time, listen, none of these labels, none of these material things, none of this makes you worthy. You are worthy because I chose you. You're already royalty because you're called. So there was a process and a time where I really had to start healing and doing the internal work to heal the identity I had carried on, heal the trauma, heal the narratives, heal the stories that I was telling myself about who I was. And I really had to pivot in my own mindset to come back to my power.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So you know what's crazy? How sometimes it's possible that we forget who we are. You know what I'm saying? And don't ever feel bad about forgetting who you are. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's just an opportunity for us to kind of pivot.
Yes, it is.
It gives us an opportunity to kind of rethink things, kind of, rebloom.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Replant the seeds.
Yes,
just kind
it
of
is.
rethink things over. You know what I'm saying? So there's a quote that says, she forgot who she was until she remembered.
And then I think it ends with then the game changed.
And then the game changed. Okay?
Yep. Then
so
the game changed.
listen.
And that's just a testament of how powerful we as women are when we really walk in who God says that we are, and when we remember, we change the game. We can have anything we say we want. Yeah. We don't gotta chase. We don't gotta do any of those things.
We sure don't.
We walk in our power.
Yes.
And sometimes when we do forget, that's just life showing us, hey. This situation, I know it was rough. I know it was tough. But sometimes things come in our pathway so that we can not only remember, we remember and then we rise up to a whole new level of power.
Yes.
You know?
And we have to rise up, you know? And sometimes when we're in that season of forgetting who we was, it causes us to shrink.
Yeah.
It causes us to shrink.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
And then remembering is not about learning something new. It's really uncovering and coming back to who you always was.
Absolutely.
In the first place, before the world tried to tell you who you were.
Absolutely.
Before life sometimes try to drag you. You know? It just, so it's not about, you know, remember anything new. It's remember who we always was.
Yes. Because God is already... He's already given all the things that you need. You know what I mean? It's up to you to say yes. It's up to you to walk into your purpose. You already have all things.
You already have all things.
It's already there. It's already there. Just do the work.
And we never ever lose our calling.
We
never
don't.
lose that.
We don't.
Just sometimes bury it under layers of coping in order to survive and keep going.
Exactly.
But the calling is always there.
And you know what? And sometimes survival mode causes us to shrink in our presence.
Yes.
It causes us not to show up. It causes us to minimize our dreams, our goals. Just kind of really lose focus in life.
Yeah.
And we just got to tap back in.
Gotta tap back in. Because sometimes shrinking may not always be like this dramatic thing. Sometimes it just looks like saying, I'm fine, when you're really not. Or dimming your light because you're just trying to keep the peace.
Exactly. Or people pleasing.
You
may tap into people pleasing. Avoiding attention. You know, it could be the small things.
Downplaying your wins.
Yes.
You know?
Absolutely.
Silencing your real opinions. You know?
Exactly.
All of those things.
And we not doing that. We wasn't created to do that.
Accepting the bare minimum.
Absolutely not.
And sometimes always being the strong one and not allowing somebody else to come in, you know, and try to hold you together. You know, because
and that's important.
Yeah.
That's important. That is so important.
Or feeling uncomfortable to take up space. Girl, take up all the space.
Take up all the space.
Take up all the space.
We was created on this earth to take up space.
Yes.
I am taking up the space. Yep. Okay? You ain't got to tell me.
Yep. Take up all the space. Go for it.
I'm
and
taking
be
up this
you
space.
Unapologetically.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And then once you overcome and you get to where you need to be, this is where I call she's arrived season.
Oh, yes.
This is where you have arrived, honey. You done reclaimed your power. You done tapped back in.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
you chose to overcome and not to stay in it. This is she has arrived season.
I am on one accord with that.
Yes.
This is she has arrived.
She has arrived.
And I can feel the shift.
Yes.
I can
Absolutely.
feel the shift.
Especially in the group. Because in the group, these ladies are showing off.
Yes.
We have a Facebook group, y'all. Yeah. And these ladies have been showing up. They've been showing up doing work. They've been leading by example. They have been consistent. They have really been doing the work. And they've been achieving, knocking out goals. Just
she's arrived.
She has arrived.
Yep. But, you know, sometimes it really does take going through those periods of forgetting to come back even more powerful.
Absolutely.
Because, you know, none of us are here to be perfect. But we are, at all times, need to remember our power.
Exactly.
You know?
And it's normal. You know what I mean? We're human at the end of the day.
Yep.
We're human at the end of the day. We have feelings. So it's just, you just can't allow your feelings to keep you down. You can't allow your feelings to keep you down.
And you have to turn your past or whatever it was into power instead of a prison.
Yes. And then you got to remember too, like, what does it feel like? What does it feel like when you reclaim your power? What does it feel like to tap back in? What does it feel like to take it all back again?
Yeah.
What does it feel like to be her?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you really have to.
You gotta remember that feeling. So anytime you feel like you in a place where you feel stuck in life, remember how good it feels to wake up and look in the mirror and be like, she has arrived.
And then, you know, reclaiming your power, you know, it's in the small, subtle shifts of everyday daily choices.
Absolutely.
It feels like saying no when you really wanted to say yes. It feels like speaking up when you really wanted to silence your voice.
Yes.
It feels like putting on what you really wanted to wear instead of, you know, worrying about being judged.
Yes.
You know, all of that is reclaiming your power. You know, when you do the thing that you feel most powerful and what makes you feel good, that's not attached to what anybody else thinks or feels, anybody else's opinions, you reclaim. And the more and more and more you reclaim your power every single day. Now, back to what you said. She has arrived.
She has arrived. Reclaim your name, your voice, your purpose, your why.
Yes.
The why is why you even started. Why are you even here? Reclaim that back.
You gotta go back and revisit it sometimes.
Absolutely.
You have to.
Sit down and figure out and think about the reason why you even started.
Yep. You always need that reminder to go back to your deepest why.
Yes. Yes.
You have to.
You have to.
Because that is going to give you the fuel. That's going to be the battery in your back.
Yes.
That's going to really be, and you're not doing this alone.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
I think a lot of the times, we as women, we're so used to being the strong ones and holding everything together. You know, we have to remember that although we cannot see God, God is an ever-present, always present. He's an ever-present help.
Absolutely.
Ever-present. So, I don't care what we go through in life. We are never alone. That ever-present help is always on the inside of us.
Yeah.
Even if we feel like we can't even feel it sometimes, that presence doesn't leave.
It doesn't. Yeah.
And it's always there. We just have to come back to remember that knowing as well to say, I'm not by myself.
And just silence out all the distractions. Sometimes the distractions around you can be so loud.
Yes, it can be.
That you can't hear the good things. You know what I mean? You miss all the good things. You can't hear God speaking to you. You can't hear your own inner voice. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta really tune them distractions out.
And then we also have to intentionally stop focusing on bad things.
Yeah.
Because sometimes our brain is hardwired to focus on what's going wrong instead of what's going right.
Yeah,
you know, and
absolutely.
when we do that, you know, we're not reclaiming our power that way either.
No, we're not.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, so we have to, you know, really be intentional about where we place in our focus.
It's been times like when I first started out, I used to do that. You know, just stepping into new territories and doing new things for me, for my brand, personal, business wise. You know, just sitting around thinking like, oh, if I do that, this probably can go wrong. Or if I do this, oh, this may not work out this way. But it's like, you got to do it.
You got to do it.
You got to do it scared.
You have to do
just
it scared.
Do it.
You have to do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you, like you said, doing it scared, you know, you're not going to never know.
Yeah.
If you just don't. Everybody, the thing you want to do, or you've been sitting on the sidelines about, and this is the message to all the listeners. I don't care what it is. Do it.
Do it. Absolutely.
I am encouraging you to do it.
Please.
Because you never want to always look back and wonder like, man, you know.
If I would have did this.
Do it.
Yeah.
You got to do it with your knees trembling sometimes. Do it.
Now is the time to live.
Yes.
Now is the time to live.
Yes.
Live a purposeful life.
You have to do it.
Yeah.
Time is not waiting on anybody. It's not. You have to do it.
Absolutely.
You have this one life. And it's time for us to arrive.
She has arrived.
Yeah.
But through like the whole process of repositioning and getting things back in order, I feel like sometimes people may feel like they're broken. And it's like, you're not broken.
You're not
broken.
This
is not we're not living in a broken season. You're not broken. You just have to reposition. You just have to pivot. You're not broken at all.
And sometimes we have to stop trying to fix ourselves and start just reconnecting with the true us.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. You're reconnecting. This is the process of you being rebuilt.
Yeah.
You just have to look at it like that. This is the process of you being rebuilt. You're reconnecting. You know what I'm saying? You're pivoting. So don't ever think that you're broken, because you're not. You're not broken.
And you know, instead of saying, well, you know, what do I need to fix about me? Just say, you know, what part of me needs to feel seen right now?
Right. Absolutely. No, that's good.
That's what you say. What part of me
needs to be seen
because
right now?
that reframes the something's wrong with me and I'm broken.
Yeah.
And something needs to be fixed. No, what part of me needs to be seen right now?
Because we have to be mindful of what we say to ourselves. Like if you walk around and say, I'm broken, I'm broken, I'm broken, I'm broken, you're going to feel broken. You're going to start acting like you're broken.
Yes, you are. It's gonna fully play out. Yeah.
So we have to be mindful of what we are saying. Speak positive, be positive. Speak life into the situation.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? This is the journey of becoming.
Yep. Yes.
And what does that look like to you?
So sometimes we got to get curious about the version of us that existed before the world told us anything.
Yes.
Or before a breakdown or whatever. So I ask myself all the time, what did I love as a child before I was told to be realistic?
Yes. Yeah.
What parts of me used to feel so easy, authentic, and effortless before life got to life?
Yeah.
What dreams did I tuck away before I felt like they was too big? I have to get curious about that innocence that I have.
Yep.
Because that version, I remind myself that version of me isn't gone. She's just waiting to be remembered.
Yeah.
She's just waiting to be remembered.
And sometimes as we, step into adulthood, we kind of forget.
We do forget.
About what we wanted, our aspirations, our visions, our goal. What made us feel authentic?
Yes. Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
We got to come back to that. And then we got to give ourselves permission to reintroduce ourselves because she has arrived.
She has arrived.
So we need a reintroduction.
And I love that.
We got
a whole reintroduction.
We need a reintroduction.
Yes.
Yep. We do.
A whole reintroduction of she has arrived.
Yep.
And throughout this process, ladies, like we gotta be positive. We just gotta think about success. Think about your bloom season. Think about what makes you happy. What we all want to be in our soft girl era right now.
We do.
We want to be.
No, I'm definitely. I was I feel like I was a whole man one time. That's how hard. And God said no.
Absolutely.
That's not
Yes, ladies, because I want to live a soft life, a life without no chaos.
No chaos.
Okay? Not at this big age.
Not at this big age, no. And so, we have to know without a shadow of a doubt that this current version of ourselves, just as we are right now, is fully enough and is fully worthy.
Absolutely.
And it's really sometimes not even about becoming more, but it's more so about releasing the things that make us think that we're not enough right now.
Yeah.
Because as we are,
we have to.
We are enough.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yes.
We are. And ladies, I want you to do something. I want you to write a letter to the version that forgot to tell you that you have reclaimed yourself.
Yes.
Like I really want you to write a letter to the version of you that forgot to tell her you've reclaimed.
Yes.
Tell her who she is. Tell her that she is ready. Tell her that she has arrived.
Yes.
And write that letter. And also, I want you to look in the mirror and say she has arrived. Sometimes we have to just tell ourselves. We have to speak life into ourselves.
We have to speak life.
I feel like it's so important to.
Yes, we have to look in the mirror, eyeball to eyeball, and look back at our own reflection.
Yes.
And continue to plant them seeds. From a place of remembrance, from a place of knowing, from a place of worthiness, from a place of love, from a place of favor. She has arrived.
She has arrived, y'all.
From a place of grace, compassion, patience with ourselves.
Listen, we need patience and grace.
Yes, she has arrived.
She has arrived. Yes. Write those letters, ladies. Write those letters to yourself because it's a letter that you can keep rereading. Yep. It's a letter that you can keep revisiting. It's a letter you can keep rereading. Do not lose this letter.
I'm gonna write my letter.
Write the letter or put it in your journal.
Yeah.
Write it in your journal. For those who don't journal, get you a journal.
Please go to Ross. Go to Marshall.
Get you a journal. Okay. Get you a journal. Write it down. Okay. And then look in the mirror and read the letter to yourself.
Yeah.
Read the letter to
yourself. And then what's gonna be really cool is when you go back a year from now and read what you was what you were writing, you would be like, man, like,
yes.
Because the thing about it is, we are always growing and evolving, but sometimes our focus, like I said, be such on the negative of what's not happening. we can't see that things are shifting the entire time in our favor.
Exactly.
When we look back, we be like, dang, I did that.
Yeah.
I came through that. I really was arriving the whole time. I have arrived.
Yes. It gives you a reminder, because sometimes we live day to day and we forget all about our blessings.
Yeah.
We forget about the things that we overcome, small or low or big.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I think it's a great reminder for us, ladies. So write those letters.
Write those letters.
I feel like it's important to write a letter to your younger self. You know, the old version of you. You know, and write down all things that you have overcome.
Write down. You got to do that.
Yes.
You need a full gratitude list. You need a victory list. Yes. You need a list. Pull them lists out.
Pull that whole list out. Write it in your journal, because it's going to give you a consistent reminder. Yes. And when you get into that place in your life where you feel like you are not achieving, when they feel like you're stuck, pull that letter out. Pull those lists out. Read it. It is going to give you a reminder of, girl, what are you talking about?
Yep.
Look at all of your wins.
Look at all your wins.
Look at all of your wins.
Yep.
And you sitting here, you complaining.
Yeah.
And you sitting here talking about something you stuck.
You not stuck.
When you came this far.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, and like I said before, nobody knows what it takes to be you. Nobody knows what you've been through. Nobody knows what you have gone through. You see what I'm saying? So write down those achievements. Yeah. Write down those wins. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Give yourself a constant reminder.
You need a constant reminder.
Yeah. And it's always good to have a community of women around you. It's always good to have people around you, but also remind yourself of who you are. So that way you will not have to seek validation to the outside world, because you already know.
And when you write down your list, especially all your victories, go take yourself out for a glass of wine and celebrate yourself.
Okay.
Because you've been doing it.
Listen.
Okay, because she's all in and she wins.
That part. Period. No, period. Okay. Yeah. She wins through all seasons.
Yes. Yep. Through all seasons.
No matter how you look at it. Yep. A win is a win. I don't care how small or how big. A win is a win. Do you hear me?
Yep.
Yes, honey. Yes. So it's just like, you may have forgot who you are along the way, but you're going to consistently reclaim your power.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're going to consistently reclaim your power. I don't care what you got going on. But you got to fall back. You got to reclaim that thing.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So this was a good podcast,
good.
y'all.
So remember, ladies, you got to remember and got to reclaim. Yes.
Remember and reclaim.
And remember that you have arrived.
You have arrived, ladies. This is your season. It's your season of bloom. This is your winning season.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
She wins through all seasons.
Yes.
Yes. So thank y'all so much for tuning in to She's All In Podcast. Be sure to follow us on YouTube and also follow us on Spotify.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.